Good morning, everyone. Thought I would just go out for a little ride. This is our first snow storm of the season. This is a 2021 Model Y dual motor. I'm on the 20-inch rims with the all-season tires. Just wanted to see how the car behaved. This is the first substantial snow that we've had. Let's go for a ride. Okay, so first impressions not as good as I had hoped. I did put it into chill mode. It was in standard mode, and I don't know if that really helps any. We are behind some trucks that are plowing and sanding. I'm still getting a little bit of rear end wiggle. Other than that, it seems fine. I'm used to driving in the snow, so it's not that big of a deal for me. But not as solid and planted as I would have hoped. Once I get away from these trucks, I'm gonna try it on full self-driving beta, see how it does. As you can see from the monitor, it seems to be picking up everything, including the edges of the road. Obviously, it's not picking up the double yellow line in the center, but it seems to be staying on its own side and doing the right thing. It's a little bit of a downhill or a decline right now. Not sure if you can tell that on the video. I handled that actually pretty well. All right, after we go a couple more blocks, I'm going to take a turn off, and hopefully these trucks don't. And we can see what happens and see how it works with the full self-driving beta. Stop fine, slow down fine. No sliding at all. That was actually very good. Started back off without a problem. I'm actually going to go this way to get away from the trucks. Take one of these side streets. And see how well, if at all, full self-driving will work. Let's pick a destination. Not very familiar with where I am, but let's just pick anything right there. And let's see what happens. Let's see. Oh. Way too fast. Okay, let's see if we can turn this down to a safe speed. Going way too close to the sidewalk. I don't know if it's going to go. It looks like it's going to go around these cars, but yeah, it did. That was done pretty good. It's gripping the road pretty good, so I can't complain there. But it does want to go in and sort of, it can't really tell where the sidewalk is. So it looks like it's using the plow lines, or where the plow plowed the snow, as the edge of the sidewalk. And we don't know where it is, so I don't want to go too close and scrape my rims. We'll try it again after the stop sign. Stop was fine, no sliding. We are on flat land, so maybe that has something to do with it. We will try now and see what happens. It's creeping, looking, nothing in the way. We're going to keep going. Everybody complained about the vehicle Everyone complained about the vehicle staying in the middle of the road. This would be the time when you'd want it to stay in the middle of the road, because you can't really tell where the edge of the road is. Okay, so we seem to be going fine. It's making me nervous with the edge of the road. All right, coming to a stop. And I get a cruise control unavailable. I think it's because for some reason the windshield is fogging up. Okay, we'll come back. Okay, I don't think I've ever had the car fog up like that before. We're going to be heading on a downhill. Tried all settings. Someone did ask me if, because my windshield is tinted, it could be it could cause it to fog quicker or be harder to defrost. I don't know if that's the case, but I've never seen that, and we've had much colder days, so that can't be the issue. Snow is somewhat sticking to the windshield between wipes. That was just a nice downhill. I don't know if you could tell on camera, but we went downhill, did it nice and smooth, no issues, no sliding. And all the braking, I'm still using full regen, so I'm not using pedal for any of the braking, and I haven't had an issue yet. That was pretty good, actually. That corner was not plowed very well, very icy, but yet the car handled it very well. You could see where it wanted to start to slip, but it actually didn't. It recovered on its own. Overall, this has been a good ride. A little bit more confidence in the car and what it can do in the snow. And this is, as you can see, it's a pretty good snow. They're saying 8 inches. I'm not sure if it actually is 8 inches, but on the streets are plowed, so it's probably down to an inch or less on the streets. But it is kind of slushy. It's cold out. It's probably iced on the bottom layer. I don't see much sand. Overall, good impressions. I don't know how it would be on the highway. That might be a totally different story if the highway is not plowed at highway speeds. I am going pretty slow, safe speed, so I'm sure that's playing somewhat of a role. All right, well, I'll get back to you when I hit another area. Kind of missed it. I didn't get it on video, but the car in front of us was all over the road back a second ago, just sliding everywhere. The Tesla handled it like a champion. No problem. We're sliding a bit now, but I got my foot down on the accelerator. We'll see what this SUV does. Can't tell what it is. Looks like a Ford Expedition or one of the larger SUVs in front of us. Keeping our distance because it is icy out. Full self-driving beta seems to see, periodically will see the yellow lines, sees what it thinks is the edge of the roads, but it's not really working well. So I'm not going to use that anymore in this kind of weather. Maybe once the roads are plowed better, it'll work better. All right, we're going to take this turn. See how it does in this turn. This turn has a lot of heavy plow lines and snow. A little bit of spin. To be expected. It probably would have spun in any one of my other cars. or any car out there actually. This is kind of not really plowed. Looks like it was plowed at some point, but it's been a while. It's snowing pretty heavy, and the car is getting through it very well. A little bit of rear end wiggle, but to be expected with this kind of snow, the weather conditions. Little wiggle there, but that's more me playing with the accelerator than it is the car itself. I don't mind getting a little bit of spin in the wheels and a little bit of wiggle in the car. All right, we're gonna go this way. I think there's a little hill. Yeah, there is. Okay, so there's a little hill we're gonna go up on this road. We're going to see how it handles that. Trying to think of where there's a large hill that I can come to a complete stop and try to get it moving again, but I really can't think of one. All right, we'll see you when I can find a hill. Okay, we regen to a stop. Had to apply a little bit of brake. Now, the reason I started back up here is because this is going to be not only a start from a stop, but also a turn at the same time. So I want to see how it handles this. Perfect. Okay, that was pretty good. Up to travel speed. And I'm probably driving a little faster than most people that haven't driven in snow before. I don't always drive in snow or be driving. I've driven in snow all my life, so it's not a big deal for me. If that truck wasn't there, I'd actually use that hill that plow just went up. As you can see, you had to get a running start to go up it. Maybe on the way back. All right, so we're regenning now. We're going to be going down a hill. Maybe I'll turn around and this will be the hill to come back up. Okay. Regen worked pretty well on that hill, going down it. Still searching for a higher hill or a more steep incline so I can test it from a stop. It's funny that the windshield wipers aren't working. It drizzles and they'll work like it's pouring out, and now it's actually snowing and they're not coming on their own. I have to keep activating them. And I just thought of two locations where one of my other vehicles, if I have to come to a stop, it always spins the tires to get going. That's a four-wheel drive, larger SUV. So I'm going to go there and see how it is. And that's mainly because the road always freezes in that location. It's not so much because of the snow. So even on cold days when there is no snow, it does the same thing. So we're going down a hill now. I'm only using regen. If I let it go, we would have came to a complete stop. Stopping pretty much the same distance as on a dry day. Can't really complain about that. Okay, so we're going to take this left turn. On regen, came to a complete stop. It did take a little bit longer than it would have, but it did come to a complete stop and hold. No complaints there from a stop. This corner doesn't look plowed very well. It looks kind of deep. Handled it perfectly. All right, the next set of lights is a hill. Whenever you stop at that set of lights in the wintertime, you usually get some tire spin. Even if it's green, I'm gonna try, oh, luckily it's turning yellow, but if it was green, I would have stopped anyway, just to try to get some indication on how the vehicle's gonna do at this light. It's both an incline issue here, but also for some reason the ground freezes here. So we're at a complete stop. Lights changed, and I have tire spin. No different than in any other vehicle. It is getting a little squirrely in the back. Had to let off and I'm in chill mode. Had to let off the accelerator. It's getting up okay. There's a car behind me that's also struggling. Can't see it anymore. Driving in between lanes because of the way they plowed. I guess neither lane's a good lane. And I don't want to slide into the curb. We are getting some side-to-side sliding. Okay, I can think of one more hill to try. It's going up to a Walmart. It's a hill that's pretty steep. We're going to see how it acts on that hill. See you when we get there. Okay, so now we arrived at, I don't even know the name of the street, but it's where Walmart is. And it's a pretty steep incline. You'll see once we turn the corner. And we'll see how it handles it. Okay. I don't know where this truck is going. I don't know why he did that. He didn't have to do that. All right, so as you can see, it's a pretty big incline. I'm going to stop halfway up it, make it car to a complete stop. Maybe about here is about halfway up. Regen to a full stop, no problem. And a start from a stop. Again, no problem. Handle it without any issues. No slip. Now I'm going to try and park somewhere so you can get outside so you can see just how deep the snow is, because I know you're not getting a good indication while we're driving. As you can see, these are my footprints from when I got out of the vehicle. I'll put my foot in. Unfortunately, I'm wearing sneakers, but looks like we're gonna fog up again. Okay, time to go back home. That was actually a good drive. I enjoyed the drive and just seeing the capabilities of the vehicle in these conditions. This is a 2021. I got it in March of 2021, and it's almost a year old. And this is actually our first substantial snow since I've had the vehicle. We've had a strange, warmer than normal year. All right, see you back on the road. Okay, so I decided to take a detour. It's one more hill I want to try on the way home. As you guys can see, there's not many roads that are actually sanded yet. I don't know why. They seem to be plowed okay, not well, but nothing seems to be sanded yet. So everything's a little extra slippery, more than typical. Let me put this. And it's just enough out here that you can get it wild. I'll see. Probably pressing some gas and let it get a little bit wild. You can't really tell, but that was fun. All right, so we've been going up a hill this whole time. You can't really tell. Let me see if I can get a little squirrely in there. And yeah, there we go. That was good. Get some speed, get a little squirreliness going on in the back. One thing I love about winter driving, if you're not afraid, you can have some fun in the snow. As long as you know how to control your vehicle, can do it in a safe manner, it can be really fun. It's going to get a little bit steeper here. Handled that perfectly. Yeah, it's been a good ride. No complaints. Car handles like any other vehicle. Actually, maybe even a little bit better. I know we hear a lot of stories online about how bad they are in snow, and you have to get snow tires because the all seasons just aren't any good for the snow. If this is any indication, then the all season tires are perfect, and the vehicle's perfect. That handled well as well. And that's part of the road was sanded a little bit there, I guess, and I gunned it and had no issues, no sliding, nothing wrong. Yeah. Most people, when they drive in the snow, unless you're way up north and are not going to encounter this amount of snow that hasn't been plowed, that hasn't been sanded on a daily basis anyway. Regen worked perfect there. I did it the same way I would have done it on a dry day. This is the street we passed earlier that I said we wanted to go up. It was the one where the plow truck had to get a running start to make it up. And we're going to try something because I've never tried slip start. So I'm on an incline, steep one, and the car is holding. We're going to see how this works. Oh, that is absolutely terrible. We're going to take it out of that and see if it's any better. Well, now I know why that... Yeah, it's just slipping. Now I know why that plow truck couldn't get up it. There's no way I'm making it up there. Okay, just to sum it up, trip went well. I can't really complain about the driving of the vehicle. I did try some things that I knew the car wasn't going to handle well. And some of them it handled okay, some of them it didn't handle at all, like that last hill you just saw. But even the plow truck had to get a running start to get up the hill. All in all, it did well. I'm going to go home now and hope everybody enjoys the weather. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.